There are 4 angels, and they are standing still. Their arms stretch across the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the winds that were destined to strike. They are not waiting because they are weak. They are waiting because someone hasn't awakened yet. Because a number has not yet been completed. 144,000. And you might be one of them. You've wondered why your life has always felt different, why your pain runs deeper, why your dreams feel heavier, why no matter how hard you try to belong, something keeps pulling you out. You are not forgotten. You are hidden, not buried, but planted. Before the world shakes, before the skies split, before judgment is unleashed. Heaven waits for those who have been marked. You were born with a seal the enemy recognized before you ever did. You've been attacked not because you're weak, but because you're dangerous to darkness. Welcome to Chosen One's Sanctuary. This is not just a video, it's a sacred summons. If you're here, it may be because your scroll is beginning to open. Revelation chapter 7 declares, "Do not harm the earth, or the sea, or the trees, until we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads." You are not random, you are appointed, and your assignment is beginning to awaken. Stay until the end, because what is being revealed in this message may not only explain your past, it may unseal your purpose. You were marked, you were tested, and now you are being sent. The seal before the storm. Before the earth convulses, before fire touches the sky and nations bow to trembling, heaven initiates a silence. Revelation 7 speaks of angels holding back the 4 winds, not forever, but until the servants of God are sealed on their foreheads. That seal is not ink. It is identity. It is allegiance. It is divine ownership in a world ruled by false masters. To be sealed is not to be safe. It is to be set apart for something sacred and dangerous. You weren't overlooked. You were observed. The silence wasn't absence. It was divine surveillance. The marking wasn't loud. It was invisible warfare. The 144,000 are not chosen by popularity, wealth, or platform. They are chosen because their spirit bore witness to a covenant made in the unseen realms. Like Jeremiah, you were known before you were formed. Like Ezekiel, your forehead was made like flint for a rebellious generation. Like Esther, you carry the scroll for a time such as this. This seal separates you, not from harm, but from corruption. Not from storms, but from compromise. And now the winds are restless, because your seal is glowing. The silence was strategic. The delay has been your wilderness, not as punishment, but preparation. Every ignored gift, every unanswered prayer, every door that slammed in your face. These were not signs of failure. They were divine quarantines to protect what was holy from what was premature. God never sends fire without forming the altar first. David was anointed in secret before he ever stood in front of Goliath. Moses wandered in Midian until the burning bush broke the silence. Even Jesus was hidden in Nazareth until heaven ripped open with the words, "This is my beloved Son." You weren't delayed, you were disguised. The silence taught you to hear God without noise. It trained your discernment in a world obsessed with recognition. Your obscurity preserved your purity. What felt like abandonment was actually alignment. What looked like rejection was sacred redirection. And if you're still hidden, it's because heaven isn't finished building your fire. Forged in the fire. Pain is the chisel heaven uses on destiny. You didn't choose the wounds, but God chose to use them. To be chosen is to be broken in places that prestige cannot touch. It is to walk through betrayals that break your ego but awaken your spirit. Joseph was thrown into pits by brothers who hated his dreams. Job was stripped of everything, not because of sin, but because of trust. Mary was overshadowed, misunderstood, and called a liar, yet carried the Messiah. Chosen ones are not affirmed by applause. They are crushed into oil. The heartbreak, the loss, the isolation, these were your flames. The fire didn't come to destroy you, it came to reveal what couldn't be burned. And now you carry an anointing the enemy regrets touching. When the sealed go silent. There is a cost to ignoring the call, not just for you, but for everything tied to your obedience. When chosen ones refuse to rise, darkness finds no resistance. When the sealed go silent, counterfeit voices fill the void. The enemy isn't just after your downfall, he's after your delay. Because every moment you stay silent, a territory remains unclaimed. Jonah ran from his assignment and nearly drowned an entire ship. Samson compromised his vow and woke up blind, grinding grain in enemy chains. This isn't about being good, it's about being aligned. Your scroll holds cities, generations, and legacies. And to abort the mission is to unravel a map you didn't even know you were carrying. You can't delay what heaven already decreed, but you can determine if you walk in it or watch someone else carry what was always meant to be yours. Carriers of celestial power. You don't just have a purpose, you have clearance. You were not only called, you were authorized. The seal is your spiritual passport. It gives you access to realms others cannot enter, not because you're better, but because you're burdened. Elijah called down fire. Peter's shadow healed the sick. Paul survived storms, serpents, and stonings because purpose cannot drown. What lives in you is not ordinary. You carry keys that unlock destinies, break strongholds, and ignite awakenings. Your warfare is not random. It's surveillance. The attacks come because the enemy fears your activation. You are heaven's ambassador on earth. You don't represent opinion. You represent kingdom. And when you walk in that authority, hell loses jurisdiction. Heaven's assignment. The 144,000 are not ornaments. They are operatives. God is not looking for spectators. He's summoning agents of intervention, those who will speak when others stay silent, stand when others bow, build when others burn it all down. You've been trained in storms so you can speak peace. You've been acquainted with grief so you can carry glory. You've been through delay so you can accelerate others. Esther didn't just win favor. She exposed Haman. Moses didn't just part the sea. He led a people out of bondage. Jesus didn't just heal the sick. He crushed the serpent underfoot. Your assignment isn't soft. It's surgical. You were sent to dismantle darkness. In families, in systems, in bloodlines, in nations. Your obedience is not just personal, it's prophetic architecture. The rise of the remnant. You are not the only one awakening. Across continents, timelines, and tongues, others are dreaming the same dreams, feeling the same fire, hearing the same summons. The remnant is rising, not in stadiums, but in secret places. Not with celebrity, but with consecration. They are finding each other through whispers, warfare, and wild encounters. Drawn not by algorithm, but by the Spirit. When the remnant recognizes itself, revival will not be scheduled. It will be unleashed. You are not crazy. You are not alone. You are one spark in a divine wildfire, and the flame is catching. Echoes across eternity. This was never just about you. It was always about the echo. Your yes will not die with you. It will resound through bloodlines, regions, dimensions. You are not just living a life. You are releasing a scroll. Like the 144,000 in Revelation who sing a song no one else can learn. You carry a frequency that cannot be replicated. Only released. Every prayer you whispered. Every tear you buried, every time you chose truth when no one saw, it all echoes. And that echo is shaking the gates. You don't need a platform. You are a prophecy in motion. And now, the sound of your awakening is being recorded in heaven. The 4 angels are waiting. But not for long. There's a moment in every chosen life when silence is shattered not by thunder, but by remembrance. You don't become the 144,000. You remember you were always one of them. The dreams, the discontent, the rejection, the tears you couldn't explain. They weren't misfortunes. They were divine memories breaking through the veil of time. You weren't waiting on God. He was waiting on your awakening. You are not broken. You are encoded. You have passed through fire, through silence, through the womb of obscurity. And you emerged not bitter, but burning. You are not called to blend in. You are here to disrupt the silence with the sound of your obedience. You have been sealed. You have been summoned. And now, heaven has cleared the path, because you are being sent. Comment 777 below if your spirit knows this word was written with your name on it. What pierced you? What confirmed what you've always felt but never said aloud? We are not just a channel. We are a sanctuary for the chosen, and your voice is part of the global echo rising from the remnant. Subscribe and stay connected to Chosen One's sanctuary, because the scroll isn't finished. And neither are you. You are not alone. You are the next echo.